Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the big show, Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We love talking about cruise ships and traveling. And when are we going to go traveling, please? I want to go traveling so bad. Welcome one to the show. I'm in Creston, British Columbia, Canada. For those of you who've been here are here for the first time ever, just 3 miles north of the Idaho border, and we have not been able to cross that border by land now since last March, this being January 2021. We are landlocked here, can't go south. And if I go west, I go to Vancouver. It takes about 10 hours by car on a good day. The winter, I have no idea. But where am I going to go when I get there? I can't go to the U.S. from there. I can't go on a cruise. If I go north from here, I'm just going into more snow. Why would I want to do that? Nothing wrong with going to Banff for Lake Louise, but they're all shut down too. And if I head to the east, I'm heading in towards Alberta. And I don't want to go there right now because Alberta is the worst province in Canada to catch the virus right now. The highest number of cases on a per capita basis. Alberta, 5.5 hours from me is Calgary. And they have got a breakout going on over there and a lockdown. They haven't got a full-blown lockdown yet because the politicians haven't got the guts to call it. But there's all kinds of issues happening over there. All kinds of fun in Alberta. The last 24, 48 hours. Also fun in Ontario, in Canada as well. Politicians have been getting caught red-handed going on holidays to Hawaii, to California, to Florida, to Arizona, when their governments are saying to the Canadians, don't go anywhere. Don't travel internationally. Don't even go and drive to see your mother. Don't be doing that because you could catch the virus. You might as well just stay home and hunker down. In the meantime, these guys are going to the airport. Guess what they're doing? They're going to the beach, baby. They're getting caught now. They forgot. There are journalists in Canada. Journalists that are on lockdown, but they have their computers, they have telephones, they've got email and Facebook, and they find out through contacts who's where. And it's been a national sport in Canada this last couple of days. Where's your politician? All kinds of them are coming back. They're coming back to Canada, meekly, tail between their legs. And a number of them are finding out that their cabinet position that they used to have, like the Minister of Finance for Ontario, he's no longer the Minister of Finance for Ontario. He was fired. People in Alberta are getting fired, including staff of the politicians' senior staff members. They too are getting caught up in this little web. And it's been quite the interesting viewing on television the last couple of days here in Canada. It's not illegal to fly. It's not illegal to fly to the United States. It's not illegal to fly to Mexico. It's not illegal to go on a vacation. Anyone can do it because airlines are running internationally. They shouldn't be. I've been screaming for months they should shut this down, but they're still doing it. The trick is when you come back, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. But for a politician whose political party is, preaching to the masses, you really shouldn't go anywhere because you might get ill. And then behind the scenes, they're taking off for their 2-week condo holiday. They're getting caught out, and it just doesn't look good politically. It's morally not looking good. Now, I don't want to get too political, but in certain places in the world, morals have gone out the window. But in Canada, they're still part of the deal. And if you're an elected official in this country and you get caught out, your days as a politician are numbered. And I like it that way, but it's not that way everywhere where we are living these days. I'm not saying any country in particular, but I'm just saying. Anyway, gosh, so much fun. So much fun. At least we got something to laugh about up here because it's grim. Apparently, though, Canada is playing Russia right now in the World Junior Championships, and Canada was leading 4-0 last I heard. I don't know what the score is right now. If someone out there wants to tell me what the score is of the Canada-Russia game, I'll be happy to pass it on to everybody on the channel. But I've got to do this show, and that'll just have to wait for another time. Welcome to the show. Say hi to me. Where are you? Where are you watching me from out there, folks? 85 of you are here already. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to TWB. We love talking about cruise ships and traveling. I did a video earlier today talking about good news, bad news. I was talking about travel for 2021 and how on the one hand there's good news and on the one hand there's bad news. And we're still leading 4-0. Thank you, Robin. Brian, thank you, Brian, for the score. Appreciate it. Fantastic. I thought I would do a video today where I was going to talk about good news and bad news. And I mentioned 5 different things, but I was supposed to mention 6. But I got to 5, and then I was finishing things up, and I posted the video. Video was out about an hour when I realized, I think I missed one. And I did. I missed one of the points. But the points I remembered to talk about today was I mentioned how Royal Caribbean did a filing a couple of days ago with the SEC to let their shareholders know and the public know through a public filing that they completed a public offering of $1 billion of shares from the treasury of their company, an average price of about $76.65. That's the price that Royal Caribbean was able to get, average price, for about 13 million odd shares that they sold from their company. They raised $1 billion of fresh money. That's good news. Kind of good news, but not great news, is the fact that money will last them 110 days, maybe, might last them 85 days. Depends on how much they're spending every month. They've been spending between $250 and $290 million a month just to keep their ships floating with staff and operating properly and doing regular maintenance. They're paying their lease rentals. They're paying their IT system people to keep their IT running. I mean, they're an operating entity. They're paying their listing fees and their interest payments to their bankers, and they need $250 to $290 million now, which is much lower than they need when they're running. This is as low as they can get it to keep all those ships floating for Celebrity, Azamara, Silver Sea, and Royal Caribbean. The bad news, actually, there's good, medium, and now bad news for Royal Caribbean is that if you're a shareholder of Royal Caribbean and you think that the shares are going to go back to $135 a share where they were back in January of this year, I got bad news for you. First piece of bad news is that the shares aren't even at $76. They're now down around 70, 71. But the worst news is if you're a shareholder of the company, since March of 2020, when the pandemic hit, they've sold a ton of stock to raise money. This wasn't just the only time they've raised money by selling shares. They have now diluted their shareholders by 24%. That's how many more shares are out there now in the street, we say, in the market, brokerage market. In the street, 24% more stock than before. So if they were to earn as much money as they earned last year, say by 2024, if they don't issue any more stock going forward, but they will, but if they don't, they're going to have to earn 24% more money than they ever have in the past to equal the same kind of earnings per share they did a year ago. And a year or two ago, those are record numbers when they had all their ships running. They don't have all their ships anymore. They've offloaded some of their ships, including the Empress of the Seas and the Majesty of the Seas, and they're going to offload more because these ships are not going to be economic because they don't have enough balconies. So Royal Caribbean is a smaller company now with $19.2 billion of debt. Is that big? I don't know how big $19.2 billion is. $19.2 billion they owe their bankers, and they've diluted their shareholders by 24% already since March. They're not going to be sailing until towards the end of this year. They're going to need to raise at least another $1 or $2 billion more because it'll take them $1 billion or so to kind of get everything up and running when they do get up and running, and that'll be 2022. And there could be another 10 or 15% shareholder dilution on top of the 24. That would bring them up to 40% dilution easily, in my opinion. It might be higher than that. Not good for shareholders. I would not be a shareholder of any of these cruise lines. Just so you know, on a little side note, Carnival has also issued stock to investors. They've diluted their shareholders 67% since March of this past year in 9 months. 67% dilution factor. Those shares are not going to go anywhere near $50 a share again for a long time, if ever. They're going to be lucky when they do make money that they're going to be at 30, 35. Right now, they're headed back. I think they're headed back to 10, 15 bucks a share. That's my personal opinion. I think Royal Caribbean shares are going to go from where they are now, the 70 range, back to 30. But the loser is Norwegian. Norwegian is actually the worst offender when it comes to dilution of shareholders. Norwegian, since March, have diluted their shareholders by 104%. 104% dilution for the shareholders of Norwegian Cruise Lines. And they need more money. They're going to need more money. Like Carnival will need more money. All three of these guys, MSC needs money. They'll all need more money because they are not going to be sailing at any kind of capacity until into 2022. That's my guess, because this vaccine, the virus, the vaccine rollout, everything going on, the numbers of cases, there's not going to be any international traveling for a long time. And I don't see the vaccine rollout being completed until the fall of 2021. At that point, we'll have to see what the vaccine count is, how many cases a day. And I can't see Canada opening its border to the U.S. unless the U.S. gets under 1,000 cases a day, maybe under 100 cases a day. And at 250,000 cases a day now in the USA, there's no way the U.S. border with Canada, the land border, is opening up, which means no Alaska cruises for 2021, no maritime cruises for 2021, no fall cruises for 2021. It might be until 2022 we see that. I can't even drive down to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, to my favorite Costco store to pick up my favorite ice cream, which is Costco ice cream, the Kirkland brand. I can't get down there. They're not letting me across the border. That won't be until maybe next fall. It's killing me, man. It is killing me. I am surviving on Canadian ice cream, which is so-so. Yeah, it's a sad story all around. Yeah, there you go. Second story I did, the good bad news thing, was there are 3 ships moving. 3 ships are in the water. They're moving. The bad news, Empress of the Seas is one of them. That's been sold to a line in India, and it's heading to India right now, and it's going to be a startup there, and it will never see American passengers again from a U.S. port. So say goodbye to that ship. The Fascination, Carnival Fascination, that one is sailing through the Suez Canal, and it's headed, I believe, to scrap. And then there's the Marco Polo from CMV Cruise Lines. That was sold at auction by the courts about 2-3 months ago. That ship sold for $2.7 million to a party. The ship was sent to Dubai from Southampton area, London, from Luton in London. They sailed it all the way to Dubai, and it is now leaving Dubai and has gone through the Strait of Hormuz, and it is now headed to India to be scrapped. That ship was built in '65. Very popular ship. A loyal following of cruisers. Love taking cruises on that ship from the UK. That ship was working from the UK to Scotland to different places, and then it would sail around the world. Unfortunately, without any balcony cabins, this ship is doomed, and it cannot get licensed to sail anywhere in the Western world, and so it's being scrapped. It's game over. When it sold for $2.6 million, that was not even its scrap value. It's probably worth about $4.5 million for the steel, the copper cabling, and whatever else you can get off of it. It's a sad ending, but it's a ship built in 1965. It's 55 years old. That ship has been in the water 20 years longer than anyone thought when it was first built, and it has served the owners well over all the years it's sailed. Unfortunately, it's game over. Other news, good news, bad news. Dr. Fauci was quoted over the weekend as saying that he expects that travel will begin once people are inoculated. If you have if you've been vaccinated, you will be allowed to travel. The bad news is when that happens is probably later in the year than people thought. Now, right now, you're theoretically allowed to fly anywhere you want, more or less, depending on what airlines are running and not airlines are not running. But I am convinced, I have this feeling, this gut feel, that once Biden takes over and his cabinet people take over the various departments in the USA, I think the CDC will be given their mandate back. They'll be given their reason for existence back, along with the health department. And it could be that all international flights in and out of the US will be canceled. It could be. And without a vaccine having been done, you can't go. And I think it'll be in the fall before we get to a point where there'll be enough people to be able to do it. But again, I could be wrong. It could well be that the Biden administration will allow flights to continue like they are, spread the virus all over America and all over the world because people travel not knowing they have it. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, that was a good and bad news thing. Good news, bad news. Los Angeles, LAX, and San Francisco, the international airport there, they now have testing centers at the airport where you can get results between 2 and 4 hours or 2 and 5 hours. You can get a result of a COVID test. Now, something tells me I think they're trying to make that even shorter, trying to get that down to a shorter window. So that's good news. If you are at the airport and you had a test, in your hometown or a week ago, and now you want to get on a plane to wherever you want to go, and the ticket agent says, "I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, sorry, Mr. Traveling with Bruce, you can't go without a negative test because the one you had was too long ago. You need another one." Well, instead of having to leave the airport and go to a clinic or somewhere, you can get it at the airport. Well, that's the good news. What's the bad news? In San Francisco, you want to get a instantaneous COVID test, $250 per person is the charge. And those, of course, are American dollars. And to a Canadian, that's like $20,000 a test. It's like $325 Canadian per person. If you are flying from San Francisco to Heathrow or Frankfurt or something like that, or to Tokyo, if you can, you might have only paid $600, $700, $800 for your flight. Now you got to pay $500 for 2 people to get a test if you're flying with your wife. This is kind of pricey. In LA, it's not so bad. $125 a person. I think these tests should be $20. In volume, $20. But if they're setting these up as a profit maker, which I have a suspicion there's profits being made by the airport, by the health provider, by the staff, whoever's got the concession. I think this is a money grab, and at $250 a test, you're stuck. You're a hostage. I don't like this game. I don't like this game. And what can I say? It's happening. What else did I talk about today? I talked about one other thing on the video today. The good news, bad news. The folks at Royal Caribbean made an announcement about 10 days ago, maybe, where they said that they were going to, the cruise line, Royal Caribbean, was setting aside $40 million, $40 million, for financial assistance for travel agents. Now, on the surface, very honorable. I don't have the details. I don't have the down and dirty, gory details because I don't know if they've been released yet. But I was thinking about this over the holidays, and I thought, well, okay, if I'm running an agency, and I'm an agent, and I might have 2 or 3 sub-agents that work for me or with me, and we're experiencing tough times right now because there's not much travel going on. All my business clients are not traveling, and very few of my casual tourists aren't going anywhere. If Royal Caribbean is offering me, $10,000, $20,000 in a loan maybe it's an interest-free loan or something like that. Maybe it's a 2-year deal or something like that. And I just have to, once sailings start, they'll do a deal where they'll say whatever commissions you generate, half goes to you and half goes towards the 20 grand we lent you, interest-free, that kind of a deal. On the surface, that sounds pretty good. But if I'm a casual traveler that wants to take a cruise a year and a half from now, and I call this travel agency, and I don't know that they have a loan, an IOU to Royal Caribbean, I call up and I want to talk about a cruise, maybe the best cruise for me, for what I'm looking for, maybe the best cruise for me is a Norwegian cruise. Itinerary, length, amenities, pricing. But I might not be offered that cruise. I might be offered a cruise on Royal Caribbean because there's this IOU hanging over the firm that they want to bring that down. And so I might be sold a Royal Caribbean cruise, not knowing that the agent actually is paying off a debt, which, was made in good faith. This is, there's nothing wrong with this arrangement in one way, but on the other way, if passengers in the future don't get offered the best itinerary for the money because of this, I'm just saying it might not be so good. That could be the bad part about that deal. I hope it isn't, but I don't know. Just wanted to mention that. Now, the one piece I was going to mention in the video, but I just totally forgot to bring it up, was the good and bad news, where I have noticed lately, and I want to know from all of you out there, I want you to tell me, have any of you out there lately in the last month or so gone to any of the major cruise lines websites like Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and any of the subsidiary lines that they operate? Have you been to like Princess or Holland America or P&O or to Celebrity, Seabourn, Silver Sea? Have you noticed there's what appears to be a kind of a new option available to you now that you can choose to purchase if you're thinking of taking a cruise? You're trying to price out a cruise. You're looking for a cruise to the Caribbean, let's say, the Caribbean. You want to go on, Royal Caribbean ship, Oasis of the Seas or Symphony of the Seas, whatever it is, Carnival cruise, doesn't matter. You find the area you want to go to, Caribbean. You pick the month you want to go. Say, March 2022. Just pick anyone. You decide you want to sail out of Miami or out of Florida, and then the cruise line shows you a listing of cruises you can take. We have, in the month of this month you picked, we have 15 different cruises. Which one would you like? A 4-day, a 5-day? Whatever. You then pick the cruise you want, the itinerary with the ship. Then they ask you what kind of cabin you like, and they show you the pricing of the cabins, the classification of cabins, and all that stuff. You go through all that, and then you can prepay your gratuities or not. You can choose that. And then there's another option. Have you noticed that option, which is it looks like it's insurance. It kind of looks like it's insurance. It's kind of like a vacation protection insurance. It's a health insurance. It offers a medevac option. It offers medical to a certain dollar amount. I don't know all the gory details because they don't mention all the gory details. This is just a generic couple of points. They talk about maybe 10 things that's included in this deal. And then I've noticed some cruise lines, they have like two kinds of deals. There's like the silver plan and the gold plan, or the gold plan or the platinum plan. And you read between the two, and you notice a couple of differences between one and the other. First thing you notice, the platinum plan is more expensive than the gold plan every time. The second thing you notice is maybe On the cheaper protection plan, you only get 80% of your money back if you cancel. But if you cancel within a certain time frame, closer in, you don't get your money back. You get a cruise credit. On the platinum plan, you get 90% of your money back, and you get money back up to a certain point. But after a certain point, you only get future cruise credit. And then the coverages are different as far as medical coverage or baggage allowable losses or interruption insurance stuff. It's everyone's different. It's like reading a different menu at a different restaurant for every cruise line. And I just wanted to know, have any of you noticed that? Because you didn't used to notice that before. These are new. I have been saying to my viewers for years that I think what they should do at the cruise lines is build in to the cost of the fare insurance, is specifically medical insurance for the medical room down below, so you don't get an $800 bill for a one bag of saline solution, whatever they're giving. A Band-Aid doesn't cost you $350. Like that kind of insurance should be automatic. Build it into the fare so you're unafraid to go down below if you've got a problem. The second thing would be if you need more intense care on shore, you're covered through your fare, and or medevac insurance. You're covered up to $100,000, up to $200,000. Because you folks know, if you've watched my channel over the last 3 years, you've seen videos I've made where I've told you about the medical nightmare stories that used to be like one a month, every couple months, another one. People, husband doesn't feel well, they go down below, they take their blood pressure, and they have them stay in the room for a while, have them stay overnight down there, or they send them up to their room and, give them some medication. And then the next day they get to Cozumel or wherever they are, and they're allowed to go off the ship for a walk, and they go for their walk, and then they come back to the ship and they're not allowed back on the ship. As a matter of fact, their bags have been packed for them and they're waiting for you on the dock. You've been kicked off the ship because the doctor decided that you're no longer fit to sail on board the ship. These are the horror stories I've been covering for years. And now you're in Mexico. The husband isn't feeling well. They want to go to a hospital, and the hospital says, we want 10 grand up front cash before we even talk to you. Otherwise, go to the cheap hospital where everyone goes. Good luck with that. You want to go home? You need an ambulatory surgery. It's $50,000. It's $100,000. I mean, the nightmares. Okay, I've been saying for 3 years, build this thing in to the fare, and it'll be cheap because you'll have millions of policies that you'll buy as a cruise line for all your passengers every year. You do 13 million just with Carnival every year, that brand. 13 million passengers buying 13 million policies. It'll be $10 a passenger per cruise. It's a joke. It's cheap because most passengers will never use it. And so you get 3,500 people on board a ship. You just hauled in $35,000. 8 people went to see the doctor. 1 person needed to be looked after. The next cruise, nobody needed the doctor. I mean, 2 people, got a cut. I mean, you can, this could be a moneymaker for the cruise lines, to be honest. That's my personal opinion. But anyway, that's what I've been saying for years. Here on these cruise websites now, we've got this whole thing about, we don't know how many people are allowed on a ship yet. We don't know when the cruises are going to start. They say they're going to start in March, April. Fat chance. They're not starting till the fall. We don't know which ships will start in the fall. We don't know when our favorite ship will start to sail. It could be next year, May or March or whatever. And then they have this insurance thing. And I'm thinking, why should I send these guys money now, cash, on a cruise they can't deliver on? They cannot guarantee me this cruise. And even if I do send them the cash, I now have to buy this thing. I have to buy this to get part of my money back, or maybe a cruise credit. I don't think so. I'm not going to do that. I'll tell you what. I think I'll wait. I'll do this. And when you start sailing and people start telling the world how great it is, and people post on YouTube or on their Facebook page how much fun they had and how great their cruise was, maybe then I'll book a cruise. Because why should I book a cruise for $700 a passenger for a 6-night cruise on a balcony, plus tips, plus port charges and fees, plus this fee, plus the drinks? But I'm up to $4,000 for me and my wife. And if it all goes wrong, you're going to give me back 80% of my money now that I paid a premium to get only 80% of my money back. I don't think so. And if I pay the super premium, I only get 90% back. And that's if I'm early enough on cancellation. What if it's a last minute breakout and everything's canceled? I get a future cruise credit equal to 80% of what I paid. I don't like this deal. I'm kind of wondering what you think about that. Let me know your thoughts on this. That was going to be the next point. But I didn't put that in the video today, but it makes for a great topic on a live show, don't you think? So let me know what you think about this new, feature that's been listed on these cruises. So are you running into that? What's your travel agent telling you? I got to ask too, don't you think that if this is the kind of stuff these guys are offering you, that's a cash grab to me, because I think the fine print on this has got to be just nightmarish. You can imagine the lawyers have had a field day with the fine print and the exclusions. Why don't you just contact your travel agent, or better yet, contact your very own life insurance agent and ask them to find you a travel policy that covers you for everything. And there are no deductibles because it's part of your policy. Maybe you can add it in as a rider to your home insurance. Maybe you can add it as a rider to your car insurance. Maybe you can buy the policy through the AMA. I know I can buy a travel insurance through the Canadian Automobile Association, and it covers everything. Way cheaper than this nonsense, because I was thinking, man, if my wife and I have sent these guys $5,000 for shore excursions and drink packages and spa packages and everything else, and I only get 80 cents on the dollar back, I lose $1,000. Why am I buying this thing to lose $1,000? It probably cost me $500 to get it, because the more your cruise it costs you, the more this policy costs you. The longer your cruise, the more you're going to pay for this thing. Well, why don't I just call my travel agent? I'm pretty sure my insurance person can get me something for less than $500, or how about this? Less than $1,500, because you think about it, you paid $500 for the policy, and then you only get $4,000 of your $5 back. You're out $1,000. $1,000 for an annual travel policy. There's no way it's going to cost that much money. There's no way, and I'm going to get way more coverage at a much higher level, I would think. Anyway, what are your thoughts, people? Let me know. I'd love to find out. Thank you, all of you who are. If any of you are giving me thumbs ups for this live show, I thank you very much. Really could use the thumbs up. It helps with the engagement. Check out that video I did today. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Send me a comment. Tell me what you think of it. That would help engagement too. Fred B is saying, good evening, Bruce. Fred, how are you? Sponsor member. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for Christmas card. I got the Christmas card. Only one I got. All the rest were emails. They mean nothing. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred, so much for that. Appreciate you being a sponsor member of my channel. Glad you got the Christmas card. If you're you automatically get a card like this from TWB if you're a sponsor member of my channel. If you make a donation on my PayPal link, which is usually down below, you automatically send me $10 or more US. You automatically get one of these. As long as you add your address, you'll get one of those. Thank you, all of you. Fred says, I hate to say this, but it is cold here in Florida right now, 59 degrees. When I live in Wisconsin, that would be warm. You get used to warmer weather. I hear you there. I remember I lived in the Cayman Islands with my wife and daughter for 2 years, and one night it hit 59. One night in 2 years, it hit 59. Oh, that was a national story. That was the big story in the Cayman Islands. People were wondering, where did I put my hoodie? Ken Kuchera, hi all from Saginaw Valley. The temperature is 30 degrees Fahrenheit and it's cloudy. Gas price is $2.20 a gallon. We have our cruise credit and stimulus checks, but nowhere to go. Welcome, Ken, and also Janet from beautiful Saginaw. Nice to have you guys with me tonight. Kirk Brunson, hi Bruce. Kirk from the Big Apple is in the house. Buddy, how you doing? Tim Bowman, hi Bruce, back for more. Currently the rain is holding off, but not for long. We'll send you more. He's in Seattle, and he is sending us rain. We got wet snow happening right now outside. Nathan, 33 degrees here in Asheville. Gas around $2 a gallon. Some snow predictions for this weekend. Let's hope for no snow predictions. Jeannie, hi everybody. Bill and Jeannie are watching from East Tennessee. 48 degrees. Here it's 33 to 34 degrees. We got as high as about 36 today. We're going to hit 39 in the next couple of days. That'll melt this wet stuff. I'm not sure if it's even snowing anymore now, but it's yucky here. What can I say? TWU Tessie. Hi, fellas. Hope all well. What a gorgeous day here in South Texas. Sunny, 70 degrees. TT, welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for sharing. Stephanie, hi, Bruce. It's 62 degrees in Houston right now. Stephanie, how you doing? Thank you for being a sponsor member of my channel. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're getting better and stronger every day. It's nice to see you here. Sharon, hi from Central New Jersey. Kevin and I are casting this on our television. If you guys are watching on TV, then this picture right here will take up the whole screen, because this baby right here is the book that Kevin Chapman wrote. It's a Mike Stoneman thriller called Lethal Voyage. Order this on Amazon. I'm telling you right now, it's a 6-day cruise to Bermuda that you can take in one good night of reading. If you're a quick reader, you'll get a kick out of this book. It's a lot of fun. Kevin is here. Good day, Bruce. How you doing, author? Nice to have you here, pal. Welcome to the show. Kirk, by the way, Bruce, I'm still waiting for my stimulus check. Hey, man, I'm not getting a stimulus check. Donnell, hi, Bruce and everyone. It's hovering around 32 Fahrenheit in Cork, Ireland right now. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. Donnell, I'm with you. We're about the same here in British Columbia, Canada. We must be, oh my gosh, we've got to be 6,000 miles apart from each other. At least it's got to be 6,000 miles. Nathan, no ad before the show. I hope it stays there for you, Bruce. We shall see. Well, sometimes we have ads, sometimes we don't. Ron Clark, Lake Louise is not closed at all. I'm not sure what the hotels and stuff, but I haven't gone. I'm not going. I'm not hanging out with people. Howard Green, hi, Bruce. Great sponsor member show. Thank you, sir. We did that an hour before this show. All of you are welcome to join us. Just become a sponsor member and come on over. Michelle, Michelle. Hi, Bruce. Happy New Year. Hope all is well. Thank you, Michelle. Nice to have you here tonight. Nice to see you. Troy H. Hey, Bruce, the TWB family all the way from California. Right on, buddy. Welcome, Troy. Matthew, hi, Bruce. Did you hear the news about the Ocean Dream? The Ocean Dream, was that the news about the financing that fell apart with Genting? Or am I thinking of another story? You got to let me know. Dave Guido, they should fire them or put them in jail. Hey, Bruce, he's talking about the politicians. Clifford, Happy New Year's from Chicago. Welcome from Chicago. Kirk, I got a silver sneakers commercial before the snow. My age must be in the computer systems at YouTube. Donnell, Dr. Google has informed me it's 37 outside here now, but it feels a lot colder. Mermaid C is saying hello. Brian said it was 4-0. I think I saw a little update. It was 5-0 now for Canada. Mary Krieger, Hastings, Minnesota. Welcome, Mary, from beautiful Minnesota, land of 1,000 lakes, I believe. Donnell, Professor Google says the temperature outside 37. It sure feels colder. Sadly, my part of Ireland is a COVID black spot during these dark days. Keep safe, one and all. You too, sir, please. Facebook user saying, at Disney World since I can't cruise. Welcome, Disney Facebook user. Kate, PM, greetings everybody from Naples, Florida, mid-70s today. Welcome, Kate. Thanks for rubbing it in. Fantastic. Mermaid C, haven't watched in a while. I've been busy. I know you haven't been around. You haven't been getting in the last word lately. I'll tell you that. Glenn Reynolds. Hi, Bruce from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome. Bo Bergeron, Orlando is in the house. Facebook user. Hi from Las Vegas. We had 1.9 million visitors in November. Welcome to the show. Space Force Cooks. Thumbs up. Singapore's Quantum of the Seas and Italy's MSC Grandiose, which are currently both active, are sailing with passengers in inside cabins and Ocean View cabins. Unfortunately, they may not go away. I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to go here in North America, if that's going to happen. Truck and travel on the road from Mississippi to California. Life of essential personnel, a.k.a. truck driver, laughing out loud. Yeah, without you guys, everything would stop dead in their tracks. Absolutely. Thank you for your hard work out there. I love it. Facebook user there. Will there be? We will be there in June. Have never been so pretty excited. Can't wait. Let's hope for the best. Lori, hi Bruce. 25 degrees in southern Wisconsin. Gas $2.29 a gallon. Do you think we should start worrying that Princess still owes us 50% of our money of our canceled August cruise? That's a while. That is a while. If you have a travel agent, I would really have them pester for you. But sometimes you're on your own on these things. Facebook user, we are in our motorhome headed out to the Keys in the morning. A lot of folks are in their motorhomes nowadays. They've decided to do that instead. Sandy Robinson, good afternoon, Bruce, and everyone. I hope you are having a great day. It is very sunny but cool here in Malibu. I would love to go cruising soon. Sandy, welcome to the show from beautiful Malibu. Kanan, Happy New Year 2021, Bruce. Thank you, Kanan. Thank you for joining me. John, Happy New Year from Gold Coast, Australia. Thanks, John, for joining me from down under. Sharon, 4-0 Canada, 10:20 left in the third. Okay, 4-0. Jason Alexander, sorry, Bruce, watching the Canada-Russia game and missed the sponsorship show. And have you on the phone now, but I'm still watching the game. Right on, Jason, buddy. Thanks for popping in to say hi to me. Appreciate it. Nikki, greetings all from a chilly Jacksonville, Florida. 49 degrees now. Great sponsor show tonight. We had a good time, didn't we? Truck travel. And this is why my wife and I bought a camper and are traveling in the States this year. Right on, buddy. Now you know what you're doing. You're doing it right. Ron Clark. Well, the quote is, if you owe the back $100, it's your problem. If you owe $100 million, it's the bank's problem. If you owe the bank $100, I see what you mean. Interesting, Ron. Virtual Coffee Lab. Hello, Bruce. Mike and Lee Ann from Cold and Wet Grouse Point Woods, Michigan. We know you love Diet Coke. What is your favorite beverage on a cruise ship? Thanks for another great show. Well, I love my caffeine-free Diet Coke. And when we were allowed to, we would take cans with us. I'd have like a dozen cans in each suitcase. So I'd have up to 3 dozen cans. I remember my last cruise. I think it was my last cruise. We came off the ship. We took 6 cans with us. We still had 6 that we hadn't even finished. But I do enjoy the Diet Coke. I know that on board the ship, when we're in the dining room, Jen, she'll have a glass of wine or a cocktail of some kind. I'll usually just order my Diet Coke. Usually I can only get a can of Diet Coke with a wedge of lime, maybe, because, after all, we're in the warmer climes, hopefully, the warmer weather. Love caffeine-free, although I do enjoy a nice coffee, a latte in the morning, absolutely. Jeff, where are all the thumbs ups? I don't know, Jeff. I was asking for thumbs ups earlier. Hopefully, you folks out there are watching the show. You can spare a thumbs up. They're free to hand out. Hit that thumbs up signal and let me know. I would really appreciate it. That would be good for this channel. Thank you, everybody. Nathan just changed my 2022 from an inside stateroom to a balcony. Good move. Robert Bland, hello, Bruce from Boston. What's your favorite Kirkland ice cream flavor? I have 2 Costco's within 10 miles. They only have vanilla. Costco, at least the last time I was in a Costco, March in Idaho. At that one, they only had the vanilla premium ice cream, Kirkland brand, or there was another brand that was an in-house brand that they used. It's absolutely delicious. It's got a bit of a custard in there. It's really rich, thick. Oh, it's so delicious. But I love pouring some chocolate sauce on top of that stuff. It's all good. Sharon, still 4-0, 7-8 to go in the game. Danielle, hello all. Hello, Danielle Fields. Welcome to the show. Carol Nichols, do you think the Royal Caribbean Ovation of the Seas will even come to the USA for summer Alaska cruises? Well, if the season is canceled, if Canada announces in February that the ports will not be open until the fall, you can guarantee that none of the ships will even go to Seattle. They won't even go up there. They will stay where they are. They will be rerouted, and the cruise lines may come up with short, quick itineraries once they know they can start sailing again. But on the other hand, they might park those ships, just keep them idling for another 6 months. Facebook user, COVID test at Tampa International, $125 a person. Thank you for that info. Bo Bergeron, still 4-0. 4 minutes to go. Fly Everest, Carol Nichols, there are so many hurdles for cruise lines to jump before cruising anywhere. Let's just say 2022 looks far more promising in Alaska than 2021. I agree. I completely agree with that. Michelle, I have been on Carnival's website. Yes, they are offering something like that extra thing. 5-0, says Bo. Right on, Canada. Sharon, I actually booked Oasis of the Seas for July 2020 recently. I didn't see any of these options, but then again, my fabulous travel agent, Michelle Fishkin, always checks these things for me. So there you go. You got a travel agent. You might not even know these exist. Carol Nichols, Fly Everest. That is my thought. I have Trans-Pacific in September 2021, thinking of moving it to 2022, but it's not available for booking yet. Very interesting. Jack Wise, yes, I have seen these insurance offers. Hang on, I just got to correct my thing. There we go. I found much better deals from independent insurers. Last year, I opted for an annual policy. Bad timing, better coverage. I agree. If you can, if we get back to sailing and traveling again, buy an annual policy as part of your existing, car insurance, home insurance, whatever you have. A way better offer, way better coverage, virtually maybe no deductibles at all or very little, much more coverage, very few exceptions. Yes, indeed. Canada wins 5-0. Okay, Sharon, July 22. Oops. John, I agree. Annual policy would be a good option when timing is right. Nathan, cool. Debbie, Happy New Year to the TWB family. Thank you, Miss Emmanuel from Chico, California. Sharon, Happy New Year, Debbie. Debbie, Happy New Year, Sharon. John, interesting. Johnny, why does Carnival keep delaying cruising? Because they can't sail right now. There's a virus out of control, killing thousands of people a day. I don't know if you heard about it. Sharon, 53 thumbs up so far. Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. Jack Bauer, great info to ponder. Thank you, Jack. Arc Adventures, happy Monday, Bruce and TWB family. Andy and Andrea in St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome you guys to the show. Ask Felicia, thank you, Bruce. You gave me food for thought. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. Edward, 30 in Charlotte. That's getting nippy down there. That's insane. Facebook user, hello, Bruce. I love listening. I have a cruise booked with Carnival that I booked last March due to my original cruise getting canceled. At this point, they're saying it's still a go. I have $4,000 on hold now for nearly 2 years. If it gets canceled again, I'm not sure if I want the onboard credit anymore. I might take my money back. You might or might not get it back. I don't know what the policies are at Carnival. You may want to check with them or with any travel agent. If you contact the travel agent we use through Amber and Travel, tell them your reservation number, tell them your circumstances. They might be able to help you. Those of you who don't know, if you have a cruise credit, a future cruise credit, and you're thinking of booking a cruise sometime, you can always contact the travel agency for Caitlin through us, through our connection. I'm not a travel agent. Caitlin through Amber and Travel handles all of our affairs. Contact those gals. They've got an 800 number. Again, you'll find the details down below in the description on my videos. They'll help you out. They'll help you rebook your cruise. They'll help you figure out your available offers or what you're entitled to. And they can be your liaison between you and the cruise line. If you hate waiting on the phone or don't want to talk to these people, let them do the talking for you. They're pros, and they get paid a commission. They get paid a commission by the cruise line to look after your future cruise credit. So, use a travel agent and get it done right. I got our stimulus, says Edward. Right on. Peter Heckema, I gave the book Legal Voyage to my wife for Christmas. She really enjoyed it. She passed it on to a family member now for reading. I'm telling you right now, you got to get your hands on this book. You can get the paperback from Amazon. You can get the Kindle version on Amazon. Whichever way you want to go, there's even a downloadable version. This is a good read. This is fun. This is good stuff. There's 3 books. I'm not being paid to do this, There's 3 books. Here they are. There's Righteous Assassin, Deadly Enterprise. Those are the first 2. Here's the 3rd one, The Cruise. Good stuff. There's a 4th book coming. There's a 4th one. It's coming. Alrighty. Edward, Ocean Dream was built in 82 and sent to scrap. Oh, okay. Wasn't following that one. Jack Bauer, you're right. Lethal Voyage is a great read. Thanks for the recommendation last month. Fantastic, Jack. Carol, back have had 6 inches of rain since Friday. Haven't had power. Oh my gosh, Carol, That's crazy. Sharon, I see reports that the Ocean Dream is going to be scrapped. Peter, we're so glad that your wife enjoyed Lethal Voyage. Fly Everest Ocean Dream was Carnival's first newly built ship. It's been through several owners. It will be missed. Edward, I think it was part of early Royal or such back in the day. I think it's Carnival. Carol also thought was going to have back surgery, been laid up. Missed you, Bruce and TW family. Welcome, Carol Fassett. Hang in there, Carol. Someday it'll get back to normal again. Johnny V. Bonsoir du Montreal, Monsieur Bruce. Happy New Year, TW family. Thank you, Johnny V. Welcome back. Kevin, thanks, Peter. Pass the books around. Edward, we just booked on Celebrity in October. Had to save a deposit. Wild Haggis, if this live is this live? If so, I am from Scotland. I wish you a happy New Year, buddy. Wild Haggis, welcome from way over there, Scotland. You are way in the morning. Was it 2 in the morning your time? Thank you for joining TWB from Creston, British Columbia. It's only 6:51 in the evening here, 9:51 New York time. 8:51 New York time, excuse me. And in London, I'm not sure what time it is in London. What time is it in London? I'll tell you right now. I got a weather app here that's just great for world time. I use it, to see what's going on. In Berlin, it's now 2:51 in the morning. I know that for Berlin. Let's see, Dubai, it's 5:51 in the morning, 64 degrees in Dubai. London, England, it's 1:51. So is it 1:51 in Scotland or what? In Boise, Idaho, it's 6:51. 45 in Boise. London right now, the weather in London is 37 degrees Fahrenheit right now, partly cloudy. High expected tomorrow, 39 Fahrenheit in London, England tomorrow. Dubai, 64 degrees right now in Dubai. Expected to be sunny and high of 75 degrees tomorrow in Dubai in the UAE. Nothing wrong with that. 34 in Berlin right now. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 41. Creston, 32. Mixed snow and sleet. And tomorrow, we're supposed to stop all this precipitation in the next hour or so, apparently. It's going to stop very shortly. And it'll be cloudy overnight. And then tomorrow, 36, 37 degrees for the high here. Cloudy tomorrow. Well, we got to take what we got, and that's all there is to it. Nothing more I can do about that. Alrighty, thank you. And Wild Haggis, thanks for coming in. Nice to have you here from Scotland. People's Republic, San Francisco. Bruce, you have been putting the spec down on your videos. Well, thank you very much. I hope that's a good thing. Sharon, you're the designated ship driver, Bruce. Sharon, 70 thumbs ups now. We got 70. Thank you, everybody. Hop on that train and hit those thumbs ups for me. Facebook user, I gave my thumbs up. Have you gave yours yet? Let's give Bruce those likes. Facebook users say, thank you very much for that. Sharon, Bon, Ani, Johnny. Kevin, hey, Danielle Fields, bag, I don't know what that means. Kevin, how you doing? Ron, CDC isn't even let us one ship for repairs. They're not even letting ships in for repairs. Johnny, Sharon, bon ami. Smiley face from Sharon. Carol Fassett, good source, has told me that Royal Caribbean will not let them book anything more than 7 nights from March until November. That's right. As of right now, can't even update rooms or change the reservation. That's interesting too. Thanks, Jack, says Sharon. Book 4, Fatal Infraction, is in draft form right now. It's about the murder of an NFL quarterback. Oh, you football fans are going to love that. Peter, Kevin Chapman, we are waiting for your 4th book to come out in the spring. Sharon, it's tentatively scheduled as a Memorial Day release. This is awesome. Edward, Celebrity is offering all paid for retreat and can cancel up to 48 hours before sale date. Good deal. That's a good deal if they offer that as a standard deal, but they're not cheaper than other cruise lines. But hey, you get what you pay for, and that's a quality line, part of the Royal Caribbean family. Sandy Robinson, I got a mailer from Princess, includes drinks, Wi-Fi, gratuities, stateroom location upgrade, and specialty dining. The value is $700 per guest based on the 7-day Alaska cruise from $879. Very good offer. I just don't know if it's going to happen, but very good offer. Rocky, how about Alaska cruises from LA by the way of Ensenada? I've gone Alaska from San Francisco for 12 days. yes, that can be done, but they aren't doing it much, are they? Sharon, 81 thumbs ups now. There are 81 of you. Thumbs up, you beautiful people giving me thumbs ups. Thank you so much. Let's hit 100 tonight. Alpay Sibat, hi from Turkey. Thank you for all the information. I'm crew from Norwegian Cruise Line. Will they start? Really, will they start? I don't know. I don't think until the fall at the earliest. I just don't think until the fall. And then staggered with a few ships, and then a few more, and then a few more. 2022, I think, before we really see cruising again in any numbers. That's my guess. People's Republic, San Francisco. I jumped off the third rope and landed on that like button. Thank you so much. Edward Gutowski, Celebrity is 9 nights in October. Don't think that's going to happen. Fly Everest, no 7-night cruise permitted, so I doubt a 12-day cruise will happen. I don't either. Jay McFarlane, any updates on Disney? A couple of ships are just off of the shoreline near Port Canaveral. One ship, I think, is in the UK. One ship is being built right now, but it's delayed. And 3 more being built behind that one, but down the road. So everything is pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. We're all waiting to see what's going to happen. Fly Everest, no cruise longer than 7 nights permitted. I agree. That for the rest of this year, there won't be any this year. It'll be the end of the year, and there'll be maybe a few 7-day cruises. 2022, they might restrict it to 7 days for most of 22 out of the States. I'm talking USA embarkation ports. Arc Adventures, did you see the pictures of the Mardi Gras today? Looks like a great ship. Must be eerie on board with so few on board. I was watching Instagram. The female captain of the Celebrity Edge, she has an Instagram page, and she was mentioning that they have 135 crew on board Celebrity Edge. That's it, 135 crew. Normal crew numbers, I think, are 1,000 with what, 3,800 or 3,200 passengers, something like that. But only 135. And of course, the engine room has their contingent. The bridge have their contingent. The hotel staff, their contingent. There's all kinds of other specialists in the air conditioning area, of plumbing, electrical, all your, department heads and secondary people. 135. These folks are not $10 an hour people either. These are the most expensive. Most of them are the most expensive people on board. You've got a couple of chefs, sous chefs, staff in the kitchens. You got some cleaning, laundry staff, of course, because you're doing laundry. The hotel, all 135 people have to have laundry done. So you've got staff down below to handle, the thing. But a lot of these folks are being paid big bucks. And you think about maybe 100 of those folks are getting $6,000 a month plus the food. That's a lot of money. That's expensive. And then, of course, the insurance to keep those ships covered for a disaster, the legals, the interest payments, the payments themselves. I mean, it's big money to keep a ship floating. Those are a fortune. John, I sent you an email. I think it may interest you. Thank you, John. I'll check that later. Captain Kate. That's right, Captain Kate. Fly Everest. Do you think ships under construction can be refinanced or have the terms changed? Yes, that's been done. It's being done, has been done, will continue to be done. Cruise ships are built in shipyards around the world, but there are a number of them in Italy, Germany, Finland, France. And the governments and the EU governments, they want shipyards to keep building ships. They want the staffs employed there. Now, whether they're building cruise ships, container ships, tankers, it doesn't matter. They want cruise yards employing workers under safe, proper, socially distanced conditions. And the governments of these areas, they want all the companies that deliver components to the shipyards to stay open as well. So when it comes to Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival getting a $1 billion cruise ship built, the export investment banks that these countries have, they exist in Canada and the US as well, by the way, they will help to finance the building up and building out of these vessels. The cruise lines are not obligated to make any payments until they take delivery of the ship. And even then, they're getting exemptions from not making any payments until there are paying passengers on the ships. So $1 billion is fronted over about a 2-year time frame. $1 billion is paid out to the shipyard, to all the suppliers of parts, so that everyone is paid for all the components and all the wages. The ships are built, the ships are delivered, the ships are tested, and crews are put on board, and the cruise lines are now waiting to start sailing with passengers to start paying off that $1 billion. And that's when the interest payments start compounding. Only then. That's the kind of deals that have been made from what I've been able to read between the lines from some of these press releases. Tim Bowman, Captain Kate is on the edge. Edward, should we pay final pay in July for the 9/9 and Celebrity? No, that's not happening. That cruise is not going to happen. I wouldn't pay it. Edward, trust your guidance. I wouldn't. I would call him on it. Talk to a travel agent about it to rep you on this. Call Caitlin. Give the folks a call at Amber and Travel. The link is down below. I can put that up here if you want. Amber and Travel is right here. Here we go. You can call Caitlin, Carrie, or Laura at that number, 1-904-800-4440. Call those guys. Tell them you've got a deposit or a credit. You want them to take over your sailing. You want them to be the agent of record. You won't have to deal with the cruise line anymore. Let them deal with the cruise line. They've got this reservation systems right there in their homes. They can take care of you. You're dealing with a human being, not a machine, and they'll look after you. I'm sure they'll take care of it. I don't think they'll mind the contact. Any of you want to send me anything by mail? You want to send me a greeting card? You want to send me a postcard? You want to send me an envelope with stuff in it like I get from Saginaw, Michigan all the time, articles and stuff? There's my address right there. P.O. Box 941 Creston, British Columbia, Canada, VOB1GO. Some folks are kind enough to even send me cash in the mail. You guys are unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Thank you so much. Please do that. And if you'd like to become a member of our Facebook group page, you can also do that. We have a Facebook group page. If you want to become a sponsor member, you can become a sponsor member. I have links for that down below or on my About page, on my homepage for my channel. And if you become a sponsor member, it's a 33-cent a day commitment to the channel. You get to watch 2 sponsor shows a week. 2 a week. That's 8 a month at least. Every Friday we play trivia, and every Monday, 1 hour before the show, we are on live just for sponsor members. Love to bring you on board. That would be great. Please give these shows thumbs ups. I do appreciate it. And like I said, I love the fact that you guys are here. You follow me. You're also following my Stock Markets with Bruce channel. Please become a sponsor member over there and catch the channel there. And thank you all of you who have been making donations to my channel through the PayPal link. I do appreciate that very much. The PayPal donate button you'll find on my channel, and it really it's just a treat every time one of those comes in. Thank you all for that. Okay, who else is here? Edward is saying thank you. Fly Everest, are the flags on your RedBubble T-shirt spelling something? No, they're not. They're just one of my T-shirts from RedBubble. You can get those if you like. You can also get that on a coffee mug if you want. You can get all kinds of logos on a coffee mug, like this logo here with the steering wheel. You can get this on a T-shirt. You can get these on a T-shirt. You can buy these amplifiers, wooden amplifiers for your cell phone if you like. $50 donation through PayPal. Trivia, Fridays at 3 o'clock on the Sponsor Member Show. We play trivia every Friday. I put trivia questions up, and we have a good time there. You're welcome to join us every Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time for cruise ship news, hang out with Bruce, and trivia live for sponsor members. And I thank all of you who've become sponsor members of my channel. All right, there you go. That's today's show. Was that an okay show today? Did the video work out today? I hope you liked it. Keep your eye on my stock market channel. Within about 40 minutes from now, I will be uploading a new video on stock markets with Bruce, where I explain the stock markets in plain English rather than all these technical brokerage terms that are just designed to bluff you, frustrate you, and leave you feeling like, what are they talking about? I try to explain everything in plain English, and I got a video coming up. It's getting ready for an upload. Check it out, and if you like it, subscribe to that channel, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. I thank you very much, all of you tonight, for joining me this evening on Traveling with Bruce from Creston, British Columbia. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I appreciate those very much. You guys are terrific. Catch my shows on my videos on both channels. We'll be uploading all week long. We're back to a regular work week now, and I'll see you Friday live for sure with the sponsor show. But you might catch me live sometime this week on a surprise show. You never know when I do that. So make sure to hit the bell notification icon beside the subscribe button and stay on top of what I'm up to. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Carol, thanks for everything again. I missed all of you. Arc Adventures, be on the lookout for a postcard from us. I will. Robert Glenn, great show. Is GameStop a good buy? It's always a good buy. I think it's going to $50. Sandy, thanks, Bruce, for an interesting show tonight. Thank you, Sandy. Fly Air was great show, Bruce. Thank you. Sharon, a great show, Bruce. Thanks, and have a good night. Ron Clark, last word, Mermaid. 90 thumbs up, says Sharon. That's pretty good. Not bad for a show that only had about 120 people watching. 90 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for posting a thumbs up. Get me one before you go, and I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'm out of here. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Have a pleasant evening. Debbie, Manuel, great show. Bruce, have a great week. Everybody stay safe. Toodles all. Thank you, Debbie. Take care, guys. Bye.